see this creature. It's scaly and it has these spikes that look like shards of crystal poking out of it, and it is starting to crawl off of the basilisk towards you.
That is a crystal-spined Borosaur. We should attempt to engage it on our terms, not on its.
You are also in a much wider open space, and there's actually like a hole in the ceiling. It looks like it's natural. Possibly how someone got the ship in here. Why they did that, you still don't know. You have other problems, because once again, let's roll initiative. Actually, I think it already has the initiative.
Do we get to roll initiative, though, or do we keep it in the original?
Yeah, it's up to... Are we keeping the original rolling again?
Up to y'all. I think it's just gonna keep it, but if you want to roll again.
It's up to everyone. I mean, what do y'all feel like? Keeping it? Or what?
I mean, I'm sitting on a 16 and I've only got a +1 dex, so like I'm not gonna hit. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like you get a good hand, you stay.
Yeah, we'll stay.
I'd like to roll again, but that's just because I rolled really badly.
Yeah, if you want to roll, or if you want to physically roll again, manually update it.
Ooh! Twice what I had originally.
Nice!
Ooh.
Alright, does anybody else want to re-roll their initiative? Nope. All good?
Yeah.
Alright.
Oh.
In that case, Vi.
I also re-rolled.
Oh my god,
I
that's
also got a 22.
Yeah, Vi has higher dex, which I think
Oh,
that's why
no.
she's
Vi
Vi.
has
Yeah,
higher dex, so Vi still goes first.
Alrighty, so Vi, it is your turn. This thing is, it's probably, so this thing that looks like a table is where the basilisk is.
Okay.
That would be a cool looking ship. It was like a picnic table. That'd be pretty tight, I think. You know, be different.
It's a like small to medium sized transport. It's not the size of a picnic table. That is more of like emergency escape pod, and you're on a tiny ship already. But what are you gonna do?
I have a question about how far away is the creature?
It is 30 feet away.
Okay, cool. So I can...
Also, I will say your sword is no longer on fire.
Yeah, okay. That's fair. Okay, so Vital Strike. Or actually, no. I'm going to bonus action Gloves of the Flame Keeper. The Fire Keeper, so I have to roll that. Oh, I crit on it! On the 20. So it really catches fire. My saber is on fire again.
It is very much on fire.
It is very on fire. Alright, and... So is Vital Strike just advantage, or would it be considered surprise? Because I have advantage, but it says, in addition, any hit you score against a creature that is surprised is a critical hit.
Or it has not taken a turn yet. It is not surprised because there was like
Yeah.
a really loud
That's fair.
thunderous boom.
Where did that come from? I mean...
Wait, who did that?
I mean, well... I didn't hear anything.
Also, it saw you all come into the room, so it is not surprised, but it has not taken a turn yet. So you can do the turbo shake.
Okay.
Also, at this point, I'm just
We
gonna
have
say
advantage.
the phantom blade is probably like tucked back into its little
Yeah.
sheath. 'Cause
Yeah.
Otherwise, it got dropped in the.
Oh yeah, no. Vi made sure to put it back before she went to the cave. It's good. Okay. So yeah, Vital Strike, so that's advantage. Okay, 22 to hit.
That hits.
Cool.
So I'm guessing you've run up to attack it.
Yeah. That's gonna
So like right there.
probably gonna end poorly, but it's fine. Goes to the Firekeeper, so 6 plus 8, so that's 13 plus... Oh yeah, 13 plus 12, 25 damage.
And how much of that was fire damage?
6 is fire.
Yeah. You had 6 plus 8, you got 14. So that's an extra point. 'cause
Oh,
it's 6,
14,
but yeah.
so it's 26.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, 26.
Unfortunately, it's immune to fire damage.
Rude.
Oh.
Okay, so it's just 20.
That still hurts.
Yeah,
I'm
that's still...
super glad we just learned that because I was gonna flame blast it, and now I know that's a terrible
Yeah.
idea.
Yeah. Like, alright,
Yeah,
fair
I'm
enough.
gonna say, Kai, you notice as Vi strikes, the flames just do nothing to it.
But Vi's definitely looking at the crystals like,
Coffee, it's immune to fire.
Vi's like, who I want.
Yeah, Vi's like, I mean, we're gonna have to kill it anyway, so...
You still did a fair amount of damage on your first turn.
Alright, and that's it. That's bonus and action.
And Anima, it is your turn.
Alright. Okay. So, I just noticed that I can expend electric charge from that sword. Do I have to declare that that I'm doing that before I do the attack roll?
Wait, you can do what?
So, for the sword, 3 times per long rest, I can expend an electric charge to stun.
Oh, yeah.
Do I have to declare that I'm going to do that before I roll to attack?
Yes.
Okay.
Or at least before you know if it hits or not.
Okay. I do one of those.
Oh, well, okay.
Oh!
It's another crit.
You crit on it, okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, you've crit, so that hits. I'm just gonna go ahead and say stun works.
It's a DC 13.
Con save.
Yeah.
It failed.
Cool.
And give me that damage.
Alright. So, the first one's an 8, and then plus 5.
So you can see its eyes just immediately lose focus.
How long did
And
it...
I think it's probably stay stunned until,
To the end of.
Doesn't say.
Probably till...
it stays stunned until it passes the saving throw.
Okay.
I didn't write it down, so I was like, I'm gonna roll a d20. If it's above 10, it's until it passes the saving throw at the end of its turn. Otherwise, it was going to be until the end of its turn.
Oh no.
That's a really good random sword you picked up.
Yeah,
What
it
type
is.
of, was that a con saving throw?
It was a Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
You look like you want to say something, Ben.
No, I'm just really excited for my turn. I'm just like,
It rolled poorly on that saving throw. You all can see that its eyes are unfocused.
Second attack. Stun. Does stun grant advantage?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was looking at conditions, yes.
Okay.
And creature automatically fails strength and dex saves.
Well.
Go.
Oh
get
my
me
god.
that.
Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? No.
rage
No.
dice tonight.
Are you
Unbelievable.
kidding me?
I blame you for
Another
this, Ben.
crit.
I blame you.
Amazing.
Okay. So that's that's another 8 plus 8, so 16.
I'm like, Kai, we don't have to
So
do,
I
we
got
don't have to do
another
anything.
4 damage.
Yeah, I'm just gonna kick back and eat my granola bar.
Like, yeah, go team.
That did a bit of a chunk of damage.
Yeah.
Alright. In that case, Kai, it's your turn.
I'm about to ruin this thing's career.
Yes. Yes.
Kai runs up to it as his hands start to like coalesce with really, really like dark energy. It's like he's holding 2 black holes. He runs directly up to this thing and just claps the black holes around its head. And then I would say like a whole bunch of tiny little figures of Anima just like appear and just start like doing that an exact recreation of the stunning attack over and over and over again.
Oh my gosh.
I can't believe I got 2 crits in a roll. That's amazing.
What I'm casting is Corrupt Pattern. It has to make a Wisdom
boy.
save, DC 15. And then I get to choose an effect. And the effect that I am choosing, if this succeeds, is
It
choose
fails.
1 ability score. While corrupted, the target has disadvantage on
gosh.
ability checks and saving throws with that ability score. I'm going to choose Constitution
Oh my
so that
God.
while it's trying to do these stun recoveries, it has disadvantage.
Oh my gosh. Yep.
And does this attack do any damage, or
No.
is it just like an F
It's just boom.
No.
So this thing is now cursed with the and I'm sort of representing it like it keeps reliving the moment that it got stunned, and it just keeps getting restunned.
I'm gonna say, as this happens, it starts to like crouch down, like it's cowering away from something.
Oh.
Man.
This poor thing just didn't want you messing with its bed, and it feels so attacked right now.
Alexis feels bad. Vi, well.
Well, it has a +8 on its con save, but with disadvantage, that makes it a 9.
Oh.
Does 5e have coup de grace rules?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, okay.
But you see it starts blinking. Like it's really confused right now. Val, it's your turn.
Yes. Alright, so I'm gonna come up.
Yeah, I was thinking this would be a challenge.
I know.
I gotta find bigger monsters to throw at y'all.
Oh no.
Bring him on. Alright, so I'm going to infuse my weapon with another kind of some more energy, so it's going to be some radiant energy. So you're going to see the Warhammer start to glow a little bit. So I'm going to do 2 attacks. First going to be infused with that energy as well. And advantage, right? Since it's stunned.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yes. And you are just absolutely ganging up on this thing.
Let's see, that first one would be 17 hit.
Yep.
Okay, so first one will hit. Then we'll do the second one too. So just do another attack after that as well.
Yeah.
Second one's up gonna hit, so they're both gonna hit. And so on that first one, we get all the dice. D8. And then with that infused one, it's gonna bring another 2d8. Okay. Oh, so 4d8. Do I have the d8s?
That is a wonderful problem to have.
That is a pretty
Oh,
great
man.
problem to have. And I almost didn't have this in the stream after the first time. I was like, no, y'all got this. If you die, I
All
can
right.
just have backup show up.
Alright, so we're gonna do that right now. So rolling that damage. Let's see. Oh, so on the 2 is gonna be +5, so 10 automatically. Ooh. 24. 24 points of damage total. And some of it's radiant, so I'm not sure if it has resistance, so a little bit of that's gonna be radiant, so 2 of the.
Radiant impacts just as you would expect it to.
Okay. So yeah.
It's just fire.
It's fire. Fair enough.
You wonder if this thing might have crawled out of a volcano that Caillou is a ways away?
Okay, so it's not where it should be, probably.
No, it just kind of wandered over here and is like, ooh, this is comfy to lay on. This is fine.
So yeah, between those 2 quick swings, bam, bam. First one just like a nice little flash of radiant light as it collides. And that'll be my turn.
And now it's blinking even more because of the bright light and what's going on.
This is.
This poor thing's about to see God. It's just, there's too much going on.
Man, just,
I feel bad.
it's like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, well.
This poor bhaterra is just...
I'm trying to make a life here. Wait, bhaterra.
It's a rhodelite bhaterra.
Because it's one of my languages, so I asked. I'm like, yeah.
Could be interesting to do on your turn. So,
Well,
whose turn is it? Val's turn is over unless you want to try saying something.
if I would notice that something he would could pick up on, yeah, he definitely would.
Roll lore just to see if Val would recognize it.
Ew, but-
No, xenobiology. Xenobiology.
Okay, 15.
I think with that you are able to realize that this is a rhodelite bhaterra. You may not remember a whole lot about them. You've never really encountered them, but you were familiar with it.
Okay, so yeah, so after I hit it, we'll say, okay, maybe you should just kind of get out of here. We're kind of doing something, so not saying bhaterra. You should probably skedaddle.
Actually, you should leave. You should just go ahead and leave.
Pretty much, yeah, you should get out of here. Just, yeah, maybe you should take off.
I just rolled to see if it would be able to process that you are trying to tell it to leave.
Makes sense.
It's too
It
stunned.
crit failed!
It makes sense. Not on my turn. Makes sense with how it's going.
Well, you're able to say that, at the end of your turn. Bye, it's your turn.
Okay, Vi's just gonna keep on, not with Gloves of the Firekeeper, because...
Well, I mean, your saber will still hurt. It's just the fire doesn't do anything.
Yeah, that's what I meant. The fire's not gonna do anything. But I am gonna do Death Strike I don't need Vital Strike because I already have advantage, so...
Yeah.
Ooh. And a cat joined the stream.
Alright, an advantage. Oh, 25 to hit.
I think this is the first time we've had a cat on this stream.
Oh.
Can the cat do damage? I mean, look at that.
Oh, that's a pretty kitty.
This is Harvey. She's a tortoise shell.
Aww.
And
Aw,
she's very
pretty
pretty. And
kitty.
she's very hungry right now, which is the only reason she's being affectionate. Usually she's a little butt. Anyway.
Cats in a nutshell. So what'd you get, Vi?
I got 25 to hit.
That hits.
We total 17 damage.
Man.
That hurt. I just get the mental image of all of y'all just ganging up around someone on the ground and just kick.
This poor creature's trying to take a nap.
Yeah. I think Vi's aiming more near the crystals because she wants a crystal.
I mean, you can do whatever you want with it after it's dead.
Yeah, that's true. Alright.
It makes some very interesting jewelry.
Or a crystal jacket.
Yeah.
I'm seeing like a big jacket because Basilisk's kind of trench coat thing with some crystals on it.
This thing's got a lot on it. Also, there's all the material and stuff you stole from Sinfrith.
Yeah.
You guys have stolen a lot of random stuff recently. It's great. Okay. Anima, it is your turn. This thing's not looking particularly great.
Yeah. No, it's not.
And it hasn't attacked anybody, but
No.
it was growling very threateningly earlier.
Yeah.
And it's probably still growling.
As much as it can when I absolutely wrecked its world.
There's a thing between me and my job. It has to go.
Well, it was growling at us, so I did a thing and I used a new thing and it did really good. So, should I?
Do it.
Yeah, imbued strike number 2.
Yes. Yes, that hits.
25
Ooh.
to hit.
A 25 hits.
No, it doesn't hit. Actually.
You guys are hitting by a lot.
No crit this time, unfortunately, but I do
Yeah.
get. Why do I keep getting a 1
It's bouncing out.
on my damage rolls? Shard, please. Anyway, so that's 5 damage.
Yeah, and you gonna attack again?
Yeah, I am. 17.
Okay.
Yep, that hits.
Okay. So now I'm gonna roll my physical dice because I don't trust Shard's dice roller.
This thing is, you've chipped away over half of its life.
6 plus 4 is 10.
And you have officially shaved over 100 hit points off this.
Ooh!
Oh, plus 6 because I did not add Constitution to either of those.
Cool. This thing is very bloodied.
It's fine. It's normally a trip of this many fluids.
Kai, it's your turn.
It's still stunned, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
it hasn't saved.
Yep.
Yeah, and it never will.
Because you said no.
So let's see here. Is there a way that I can use an area of effect ability without hitting everybody? Can I just air burst above its head?
You can center it, like, back behind it.
Okay, would that damage the basilisk?
What kind of damage is it?
I was thinking electrical.
That would probably damage the basilisk.
Oh wait, how about necrotic?
That wouldn't damage the basilisk.
All right, I'm gonna do that. So
I don't think necrotic does much to metal.
yeah, so
You know?
Kai is gonna get a little bit of distance here, and then so I have a cool ability. So I was gonna use flame blast, but it's immune to fire. But as a melder, I can just change the element that I use. So I'm gonna
Okay,
I'm gonna
then.
use flame blast. Let me just make sure I can actually change it to necrotic.
So it's Death Blast, basically.
So instead of normal fire, it's just black fire.
The Necrotic Blast sounds nasty.
I
Yeah.
know. Oh, I can do acid,
Yeah.
cold, fire, lightning, or thunder. I can't do necrotic. So, cold probably won't hurt a spaceship, right?
No, it travels through the vacuum of space, which is cold.
Very cold, so I've heard. Never been there.
Such a cool effect.
So, yeah, that's what I'll do. I will use Flame Blast, but I am going to make it cold damage, so it's going to be Cold Blast. And that all that does is cost 2 extra talent points. So it does a DC 15 dex save or 8d6 damage.
It automatically fails.
And that's going to be fails. It's done. I was going to say it's auto fail. Yeah, because it's dex and it's done.
Oh, rough. What a terrible day for him.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it also has a -1 dex, so it probably wouldn't have passed anyway.
Oh, that feels very good. You see? 30 damage on the button.
Ooh.
Cool. What does it look like as you kill this thing?
Kai takes a couple of quick steps back, and then like you can see the trigonometry going on in his head. He kind of looks like the meme lady. And then he just sort of like rears back, and he's got like this giant like frosty ball suspended above his head like a spirit bomb.
I was going to say, oh my god.
And then he just hucks it at this thing, and then it impacts it with the consistency of like frozen water, or like liquid water that is at -4, so it hasn't frozen yet. And then as soon as it touches, the whole thing just gets covered in ice, and then you can see like the freezing start to like penetrate through the scales, and then Kai just sort of like walks up on it and then gives it a couple of little taps, and then the ice shatters and the thing just dies.
I picture, like, as you hit it, it started to stagger back and froze as it was staggering. I will say, though, Vi, that the crystals survive.
Yay!
The crystals mostly stay intact.
Yay!
Because I don't think you can freeze crystals very well, or at least not with that kind of attack. So you now have all of these purple crystals just scattered around on the ground.
Vi will get them.
Kai, you're very dangerous. Like, you're not just dangerous. I think you're very dangerous.
So it wasn't a small fib, it was actually a large fib.
Yes, yeah, I would say so. I would say it's pretty big. And anima, what? I mean, man, that was what?
That was wild. You hit like a truck.
It's a good sword.
I will say, Vi, you've worked with Kai before. You've known them a while, maybe been in a scrape, but he's never exhibited anything like this ability at all.
Yeah, he was probably basically like the radar of your squad. Like he was just sort of a mousy little dude.
And now must do with power.
Now I am likened to a god.
Know your limits, Kai.
Which definitely, these new power developments has not helped his mental state. But he's fine. He's perfectly happy.
As long as he doesn't go against anyone who also has the same powers, yeah.
Glad he didn't attack me back when I threw that knife.
And now the creature is dead. It takes you like a minute or two to collect all of the crystals, but you're able to, and that just leaves you facing the basilisk.
So, is it locked at all? Because I'm going to analyze it, because we have a way to get in, if it is.
So looking at it from a distance, you can tell the ship has seen better days for sure. The windows are grimy, both inside and outside. The name of the ship is printed on the side, but the few letters that are still there are starting to flake away, because this thing has been there for centuries. Looking at it, there's regular crew access that looks to like it either rusted or corroded shut, and there's also a cargo ramp that you can access.
Is the cargo ramp open?
Yes.
Ooh.
So yeah, that is the basilisk.
Well, we have found the signature. What conclusions can we reach from this?
It's here.
I'm gonna go around to the back end where the ramp is, down here. And I'm gonna pop my head in. Just look around. Let's see what's in there.
I will follow suit.
The inside is just as dirty as the outside. This thing is... Well, it's been sitting in a cave for centuries on a mostly uninhabited planet, unless you count the wildlife. So there's layers of dirt creeping up the access ramp, and you get the feeling, looking around, that between heavy rust and corrosion on the seals, the ship's not airtight anymore.
Yeah.
And there are a couple of very battered-looking crates.
Ooh.
Can I do a quick little
I'd like to.
retcon? So Val would grab a crystal for stabs with light, that kind of thing. So you definitely would grab like a crystal or two. So he'd be like, I think Stav's in the school. So he grabbed two on the way into it.
Vi's like,
I'm just two.
I imagine Battle grabs like 2 small ones.
Oh. Okay,
There's
alright,
just 2.
small,
Like,
yeah.
come on. Like,
2 is fine.
You're being very careful standing between the jeweler and her supplies.
Yeah.
Especially when the jeweler is in his bathroom.
I would have sneakily done it, like, because I would see if I, like, up to pick up some, so I'd be like, quick, just like,
Vi, you probably saw it.
Yeah, I was gonna say, with 18 passive, yeah, probably. But okay, just a couple, yeah. So Vi may give you a look for a moment, and it's like, alright.
put it in just, okay.
Can I investigate the crates?
Yeah, go for it.
I say, even though I don't have great investigation. Oh!
Okay, so looking around in the containers, most of the boxes are empty. One has medical supplies enough to make a healing ampule if you need one. There's random tools and a very, very corroded modular battery pack, which is like ones used to safeguard data on a bridge. In the back of the bay, there are several dozen feet of coiled power cables. And you also find a couple of hidden compartments beneath the floor. But there's nothing of value in them.
Is there any signs of, like, a struggle, like anything, any remains or anything like that in here? Or anything else, like, this is what I'll be looking for, okay.
Nope. Maybe like small animal remains, but no people, no sentient life forms. It looks like it might have just been abandoned or forgotten. But also it's been centuries, so.
But what's making it still pinging off? I mean, how's it still, where's the signature coming from?
I'm going to get my comm out, and I'm gonna shoot a message to Spectra. We found it. Pretty sure we found it.
There's a pause before you get a response back. Excellent. We've almost cracked a hangar. Let us know if you need assistance getting the ship airborne.
I'm gonna text back, it might not get airborne. It's pretty rusted.
Another pause before you get... Cool. Keep investigating. Let me know if we need to send the hauler.
Okay.
So, also looking around, does someone want to see if there's a way you could possibly get the ship airborne? Is anyone good with mechanics?
I mean, I started in buttons.
I'd be interested to see if the computers still work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wouldn't describe myself as good with mechanics, but I could try.
And I can help whoever's trying. I'll help whoever wants to try. I'll give them a...
I can speed up some of the descriptions because the combat took a little longer than expected, and we...
You have 2 seconds. Describe all of it.
Not happening. Actually, yeah, copy-paste. So, looking around, you're able to put your heads together to figure out it might be airworthy for up to 10,000 feet. You can get it back to where everyone else is waiting for you, possibly. Just, it's not spaceworthy.
Kai, we're gonna bring this back. Are you okay with coming with us? I mean, I know, where did you find what you were looking for with this?
I have already found what I was looking for. And then he looks over at Vi. I just did not know it.
But it may help your research to be with other people, have access to libraries. There's a race of beings that have not exactly hive mind, but they can live very long and they have vast resources that if you would have to gain their trust, and it would probably be best for you to join a ship for that right now, but...
I would have no trouble gaining their trust. I am very trustworthy. I do not have a duplicitous bone in my body. I'm sure that they will accept me as one of their own.
I mean, you did lie to us. I mean, it seemed more dangerous, so I mean, I don't know. I mean, you know.
You threw a knife at me. I needed to prevent you from
Yes.
throwing a second one.
But that was true. Although my knife was honest, though, but that's a good point.
Oh, that...
Oh,
Did not expect that follow-up.
I will come with this as long as you deem me useful. And after that point, you can either leave me if the civilization is safe and free from nanomachines, or drop me off at an abandoned planet with breathable atmosphere.
I think maybe you might be able to, with your knowledge, you might be able to help a lot of things. So I think maybe they can find some for you. I think it's a good thing, and plus, Davis would have someone who definitely, I think you would enjoy talking with. So when we get back,
Do y'all want to keep him? I get the feeling I want to keep Kai.
You're gonna have to practice
Yeah.
your German accent.
I mean that's a given. So
I'm letting that up to Ball because Anima's still. This guy's still
true.
like made a weird impression on her right
Yeah,
to
that's
begin
fair.
with. So
True, and actually, and that's a good point. And Bell bring that up too. Like I think you owe someone an apology though for came on a little strong. I think you owe someone an apology.
I'm very sorry. I thought I was just asking questions.
Well, I think in the future, it's gonna remember that that Anima is a being. Anima is not a construct.
Okay.
Anima is.
continue with this. I'm gonna continue with this. I just wanted to forget it.
I'm sorry.
I wanted to forget it.
I picture at this point, Anima has just wandered off while you're having this conversation. So, Anima, as you continue exploring, you find the very cramped engineering quarters that are more of an alcove. Everything is dusty and dirty. There's only space for one person in it. So if you can turn on the port, it would take 7 rounds for it to be cleared out. So you can plug the fuel canister that you were given in there, and it would possibly be able to fly. But until then, that ship is dead in the water. But I was gonna say you know enough to know how to get that cycle going to get things cleared out.
All right, then I'm gonna do that, and then I'm gonna take out my comms again, and I'm gonna say, we also found a person that Vi knows. We may be bringing them back. I don't know.
I was like, we might be keeping them. I don't know.
We found a conspiracy theorist wandering in the woods. He followed us. Can we keep him?
we may have found a person or a body, so just so you know, maybe a person or a body. Just either. We'll see when we get there. So.
You just get a response back. The two of you are really good at picking up strays.
Staffing and Ball, we battle word strays. Okay.
And then there's a follow-up message. Though that is par for the course with the Opal Star.
I'm going to send back. This one was not my idea.
There's just a thumbs up.
Real quick, while the ship is loading, can Vi just try to look at the top of the ship just to make sure that it wasn't like a nest of eggs that we just killed the...
The parent just almost.
Yeah.
Baby's waiting there.
God.
Oh my gosh. They're just wait.
Bye.
Now there is.
I'm going to say no.
Okay.
Oh,
You
God.
look, there's no signs that this thing was nesting. You think maybe it was just exploring? Because I don't want to do that.
I would
to
raise them. If they're
Yaga.
there, I would raise them. That's fine.
Yeah, like Vi was gonna probably adopt them. It was
We are
fine.
not going to have a bunch of rhodelite bhaterras on the ship.
Darn
Okay,
it.
good to know it.
Okay.
Val's gonna be on the look for him now.
Good. Okay.
Name him Spike.
You guys are not adopting medium-sized pack of medium-sized creatures to be on the Opal Star. No.
You're right. We're not adopting them. We're raising them from chicks.
Not yet. not yet. Yes.
Right.
Yes. We're raising them.
But if their crystals grow back like shark teeth, then it's fine.
Oh my
It
god.
can
it was
be very
beautiful.
useful. I think on this should be very
Yeah,
useful.
it's fine.
It's like a watchdog.
We explained to Spectra as she's like, look, you need to have a choice. Either you keep your pack or you're coming on the ship.
I'm gonna sneak. We'll sneak him on if we have. We can sneak him.
Oh.
And back to Anima continuing her investigation. When you go up to the bridge, everything's still very dead. Lots of dirt and grime on the windows. That's what happens when something is left out to the elements for centuries. But at the captain's station, there's an open slot for the bridge's backup power supply, which would have kept the CPU and data core active for years. It's not super common to do that, but it's not unheard of. You can hear hum of like very faint residual power that you assume is how that signal was able to get out. Whatever was keeping that going was able to stay active. Because that makes sense as a safety feature, so that even if the ship is dead, ships from that time would still give out the "Hey, I'm here" signal, so you don't accidentally slam your ship into a derelict. So that is still going.
Is there anywhere that's locked here on the ship?
Nothing's locked. There might be some doors that are corroded shut.
Okay.
But there's not much left on this ship. It looks like it was cleaned out after it was parked here.
I was gonna say, what if they're okay?
Well, it's been a century, so
Yeah.
depending on which races they were.
A couple centuries.
Well, hopefully they were okay, then I guess I should say.
And you all, except for Kai, get a message from Spectra. We got the hangar open. Can you get the ship going? And I'm going to say that's around when you're able to plug in the power supply and you can turn the ship on.
Who's gonna do the honors?
But you can also call and have them send something to come pick it up.
Oh no, we're doing this.
I was gonna say, I think we should try, and then if it doesn't work.
We're doing this.
Yeah.
Val's start hitting buttons if he needs to.
Yeah, so you all take different positions on this not particularly large ship. And as you turn it on for a moment, the ship's engines snort like an old thoroughbred setting herself up for the race. Then they roar to life, rattling the craft as if you're sitting on an avalanche. The bridge's control lights blink twice as their display screens flash on. As data scrolls up the screens, far too many of them are flashing in red. Half of the main holo display flickers on and is spinning on a horizontal axis far too fast to make sense of what it's even showing. And then the rattling soothes out as the craft lifts with a metallic groan. Will end with you slowly lifting the ship up through the giant hole in the ceiling.
Did we clean off the window or anything so we can maybe see a little bit?
It's
Okay.
dirty. Just
I'll say you did that. And when everything was rattling, it shook a lot of the dirt off, and I'll say you're able to get them probably about as clean as you can get them without having like industrial grade cleaning supplies. And you are very carefully able to lift it up through the hole in the ceiling, and we'll see how the flight pack goes next session.
oh man.
Hey.
You have been listening to Aboard the Opal Star, an Esper Genesis 5e actual play podcast DM'd and produced by Brianna Jean as part of Pseudonym Social, a creative podcast network changing reality one story at a time. Vilena is played by Alexis Workman. Anima is played by Casey Glover. Stavios is played by Shan Smith. Balamar is played by Blake Francis. And the theme music, as always, is by Patrick Chester of Chester Studios. If you don't want to wait to see what happens next, you can get early access to our episodes over at patreon.com/pseudonymsocial. If you like our show, please consider leaving us a review on your favorite podcasting app so people can know where to find us. We couldn't do this without your help. To get more information on this or any of our other shows, check out our website at pseudonymsocial.com.